Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. This week, we'll take a look at some of the end-of-the-year events taking place in the schools, like Hammarskjold School's Character Counts Awards ceremony and Soul Food Night at East Brunswick High School. Also, Civil War soldiers bring history to life at Churchill Junior High School. Also today, an interview with Amy Nissim from the Urban Mitzvah Corps, who received the Friends of Recreation and Parks Civic Organization Award given by the Recreation and Parks Advisory Board. East Brunswick soccer superstar Heather O'Reilly signed T-shirts and soccer balls during a Wellness and Fitness Expo sponsored by the East Brunswick Regional Chamber of Commerce. Also last week, Mayor Bill Neary welcomed visitors from Görchen, Germany at Trinity Presbyterian Church. We'll have a review of this week's Town Council meeting and more, so stay with us.
Hi, we're here at Churchill Junior High School this morning. Actually, we're back at Churchill Junior High School for kind of the culmination of your Civil War, slavery, that whole era in history unit. We've got three teachers here, Phyllis Brown, librarian, Marcy Rusczek, and Christine Cajun-Petuniak, who are all history teachers at Churchill Junior High School, both of them. And they're going to tell us a little bit about what's going on here today for the culmination. Christine, tell us a little bit about how this came to be and what exactly is going on.
Sure. This is the culmination of our Civil War unit. It is also an original East Brunswick education grant that I applied for a few years ago. What we have done here is we have brought the Civil War reenactors as a Civil War encampment to our school. We have set up 4 stations, and each one of these 3 Union soldiers and 1 Confederate soldier is talking to the students about what life was like as a soldier during the Civil War and bringing history alive.
A good soldier should be able to load his gun 3 times in a minute. So about every 20 seconds. It can be done. I've done it. But you're just flying. You can't make any mistakes.
This is a 1861 model Springfield rifle musket. The thing that's interesting about this is now they're using what they call a mini ball. This is what a mini ball looks like. This was developed by a French officer called Minet. Of course, in our country, they take Minet to Mini.
Okay, a lot of students learn through visual contact and just touching things. And with this traveling, I call it like a Civil War traveling museum. They get to feel the replica artifacts. They get to feel the weight of an actual gun and touch a bayonet, and it kind of puts them into that time period instead of just reading it from a boring book, and the book actually comes alive where they actually get to feel and see what a Civil War soldier was like. And when they listen to the firing of the guns, they can smell what the Civil War soldiers smelled, and they can also hear and use their other senses that they wouldn't normally use in a classroom setting.
Designed as a weapon. I mean, like you see, it's a stabbing zone, but the Civil War soldiers used it more as a utensil than a weapon. In fact, they didn't like to use it as a weapon. They usually didn't get that close to each other during the battles.
Well, we were very lucky to find a source for an exhibit such as this. It's at the Gilder Lehrman Institute in New York City. And they basically deliver it to us, and then we have the loan. We've had this for about a month. Some of the classes have used it. And then they're coming, in fact, on Monday to pack it up again. And then it'll go on to another site for exhibit someplace else.
What a great thing to get out of the classroom, get away from the books, see, hear, feel what's going on, almost for free, not quite for free, but going out, getting grants, looking for free exhibits coming in. Great thing for our students.
Field trips
Come to us.
Kristen Bennett.
Hammarskjold Middle School held its annual Character Counts Awards ceremony last week. The school recognizes students who throughout the year display acts of good character, trustworthiness, and citizenship.
Unfortunately, in our society today, it's not cool sometimes to be good. Unfortunately, the notoriety or the popularity goes to the students who are not the most academic, who are not the students who do necessarily the right thing. That's why this celebration is so important. Because if you take away everything in life, if you take away your academics, you take away everything else, you still have one thing, and that's you. You have yourself. You have who you are, your self-esteem, and you have your character.
We adults know how hard it is to make good choices. We know that difficult situations come up, and you have tough decisions to make. When temptations arise and you don't know what choice to make, close your eyes and think about today. Think about the people who are here to honor you, the people who are proud of you, and I'm sure that you'll continue to make the right choices because you have grown and become the young people that the East Brunswick Public Schools are here to celebrate and to tell you that we are so very proud. Congratulations to all of you.
So if you're good characters, if you know the difference between right and wrong, if you know what good citizenship, what it takes to be trustworthy, what it takes to do the right thing when a situation presents itself, you've contributed a lot. But after your contributions are done, what you're going to get back, your own self-esteem, your own self-respect, and the respect from others who get to know you.
Hello everyone, welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. Now where else can you go to find African, Egyptians, Caribbean, people from all over the Caribbean, and people everywhere that have all this wonderful food and music? Of course, it will be right here in East Brunswick High School at Soul Food Night. This is where we are, where we're going to be seeing lots of dances and lots of wonderful events. We hope you enjoy everything you see.
This is a rebirth of the African American Club. We were in existence in the high school before, and we sort of faltered by the wayside, but we're back. A group of diverse students. Contrary to its name, we are an open and diverse club, and we have many members, and we decided that this particular group had to be represented in the high school, and we thought we had something to offer, so we got together and became the new African American Club.
Thank you, Audrey. But you're saying diverse. How diverse? I understand that they're Egyptian, they're African Americans, Caribbean. Tell me about some of the people that we have within this group.
As a matter of fact, part of our entertainment today is going to be a parade of the nations that we have. We have African Americans from all descents. We have from the Caribbean, from the Mother Africa, and we have white members, we have Egyptians. We are from all over. We are a very open club. If you want to be a part of us, we want to have you in our club.
If I'm watching this, I'd like to know exactly what does this club do. Tell me about that.
Well, there's several things that we've done. This year, we've been able to work with the community. We've also worked with some students here at East Brunswick High School, where the African American Club has come in and got hands-on with these students. We had field day. They got out there and played baseball with the kids. It was like a big old picnic. Remind you of being back home again.
Sounds great. Now, what can we expect to see here today? Because I know that the food is awesome. I haven't tasted it, but I see everyone having a good time. What can we expect to see here today? Tell me about the foods and what else is going on.
I'm trying not to be partial, but there is the Jamaican representation. We have Jamaican jerk chicken, and I've heard very good words about it. We have beef patties. We have chicken, all the rices of all the nations, and the ubiquitous macaroni and cheese of many variety. And we also have ethnic drinks. Apart from the food, we're going to sing and dance in all kinds of styles for us. So there's going to be a representation and enough of a variety tonight.
And I'm so cool that I make your spine shiver. When I walk down the street, I step on the cracks as to make it damn clear that I wanna break the facts. You can't touch this, can't even compare. If you're a fine, fine girl, then throw your hands up in the air. I'm a white Jewish boy, why you look so confused? Cause you never thought I wanted to make a switch on change for the road. Now, boy, you listen to the MC that is safe. And trust me, son, you stay far from the trash. And you push you list the lane where half and half. You know why? Cause we got so much class. Step up to us and get shattered like glass. With bombs out, blows you away. With every single line that I say. And you be like a Death Star away. Cause I never gotta stop. And I'm always stop. And it's mine. And then the spells cast. And here we are in heaven. For you are mine. And
as president, I just organized like what the themes of the week would be, and I had other people put their inputs, and they would tell me if that's okay, or I didn't just want it to be like, oh, doing it by myself, because it wouldn't be right. So I had to like make sure everybody else was all right with the.
Thank you. Shayna, you're secretary, and as secretary, I would imagine you take the minutes. Exactly, what is your function?
As secretary, I basically kept all the paperwork, and I planned the parties and the dates and the times, and I talked to the principal, and I also came up with the idea of the African American night tonight, and Tina also came up with it too, so we kind of came into a little rut, but like through it all, we got done with it. So.
Well, I just want to say congratulations, because it sounds like it's fantastic. Now, tonight is called Soul Food Night. What does this mean to you, and why Soul Food Night?
Well, we decided to have the theme Soul Food Night. Previously, the high school had a African American club, and they had Soul Food Night a couple years ago. So we wanted to like bring it back and see if the school or the community would be interested in having something like this. And I mean, people said they would enjoy going out. So I was like, all right, if people want to go, then we'll have it. And Soul Food Night pretty much means like African American culture, not only in the U.S. but throughout the world, like in African countries or in Caribbean islands where other black people are. We want to bring the cultures and the ideas and their lifestyle, and we want to play it
Now that's it, everyone. Thank you for watching Soul Food Night. We hope you had a good time, and we will see you again the next Soul Food Night, which will be next year, I think in May. And I hope you really, really enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again next time on This Week in East Brunswick. This is Hillary. Thank you.
Du lieber Augustin, 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 ach du lieber Augustin, alles ist hin.
Last week, visitors from Görchen, Germany were in town to stay with parishioners from Trinity Presbyterian Church on Cranberry Road. The group was returning a visit paid to them in Germany by members of the East Brunswick Church. East Brunswick's Mayor, Bill Neary, was on hand to welcome the group.
But we in East Brunswick are very proud of our community because we have people from all over the world who live in our town, who've moved from just about every country you can imagine.
Ist sehr froh über die ganze Stadt, denn viele Leute von vielen Städten wohnen hier, von der ganzen Welt.
We have 34 different types of houses of worship.
Wir haben 34 Kirchen und der Synagoge und andere Tempel.
We have an Egyptian Coptic church.
Wir haben von Ägypten
Egyptian Christian. Christian. A Korean Methodist.
Und von Korea.
Koreanische Methodist.
Hey, good, you're doing
So I think
She's my greatest help.
And with 22.5 square miles, we kind of spread out in a lot of ways.
Die Stadt hat 22 Square Miles. Ja, sehr große Stadt. Ja, Kilometer. Ja.
But I welcome you all. I hope you get to see some of the things that makes it special for us and who live here.
Und willkommen.
Yes. And we have the official key to the city.
Ein Schlüssel der Stadt.
And as I was telling the mayor, the key to East Brunswick City also opens bottles of beer.
Schlüssel hat die Flasche.
We're here today in Trinity Presbyterian Church on Cranberry Road with some guests from Germany who've come to East Brunswick to visit the church and to see our town and see some of the sites in New Jersey and New York City. With me is Mayor Carl Kruger, who is representing the group that's here on this visit. I guess we want to ask you, first thing is, what brings you to East Brunswick and what brings you to this part of the world? Why did you decide to come here?
Yeah, it's very twice, I would say. First, this is a group of our church in Stößen and Teuchern, and the members of your church, of this church, had been in Germany, and I was a tour guide to Buchenwald and Weimar. And so when I heard that our members of the church will come here, I said, I'll go with you. I know some people of you that are very good guys, so it's a reason for me to go to America. But it isn't my first time to be here in America. I learned your language here in America only when I visited it. I think it's my 8th or 9th time to be here. And I love American people and the way to life here in America.
Welcome to East Brunswick, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your trip. Thank you.
You're welcome to.
Herr Bürgermeister.
Yeah, Herr Bürgermeister, Mr. Mayor.
Last Saturday, the East Brunswick Regional Chamber of Commerce held the first annual Wellness and Fitness Expo at the East Brunswick Square Mall. The event featured special guests Chris Camino, meteorologist for the Today Show in New York, and 2004 Olympic gold medal soccer player Heather O'Reilly. An East Brunswick High School graduate, Heather signed soccer balls and shirts for soccer fans. Here are some highlights from the event.
I'm very honored that I have an opportunity to represent our community when something special happens. And obviously, fitness, wellness, and good health is good for everyone. But we're also very honored that we have somebody who grew up in East Brunswick, Heather O'Reilly, who can represent our community on a worldwide stage. And her performances in the Olympics has made her a soccer star. But for people who know Heather, know she's a star as a human being.
The East Brunswick Chamber would like to present you this plaque. It says, congratulations, U.S. 2004 gold medalist Heather O'Reilly, U.S. women's soccer team. Your abilities as a superior athlete and community leader have made your hometown proud. We wish you good luck and continued success in the future endeavors.
Thank you very much. I think this wellness and fitness center is really important for the town. And throughout the year at school, I actually took part in a program that Gatorade put on down in North Carolina, and it was to counter childhood obesity. And Gatorade had put a lot of funding into it, and I just think it's such an important thing to remember to stay fit and to stay healthy. And it's a lesson that can be taught at such a young age. So check out all these venues and see what they have to offer. But also I wanted to thank you all for coming out to support me and for me getting an opportunity to meet all of you. I'm just so proud to have a great community behind me, and I feel so fortunate to be able to represent everybody in all my soccer endeavors.
Hello, my name is David Lonsky, and I'm the president of the Recreation and Parks Advisory Board for the Township of East Brunswick. The RPAB is a group of citizen volunteers that is involved in our community. One of the RPAB's responsibilities is to select and recognize an individual and a civic organization for their service to our community. This year's very deserving recipient of the Civic Organization Award is the Urban Mitzvah Corp. And today with me is Amy Nissim. Amy,
Hi,
welcome.
Thank you very much.
And we'd like to learn a little bit about your organization and what your plans are for this year.
Great. Urban Mitzvah Corps is a summer program that is under the Union for Reform Judaism's Reform Movements, Jewish Movements organization. And as an umbrella organization, we have a lot of different categories and specific things that the reform movement does. And one of the arm links is NIFTY, which is the North American Federation of Temple Youth, and that is the youth movement of the reform movement. And one of the programs that NIFTY has is the Urban Mitzvah Corps program based out of New Brunswick. In this program, we have juniors and seniors of high school come and spend their 6 weeks on the Rutgers University campus doing community service work throughout New Brunswick, East Brunswick, Somerset County, all in this area. The kids volunteer throughout the day, about 9 to 4 every day, and then they have learning programs and opportunities in the evenings. And on the weekends, they get to have fun, go to Great Adventure, or whatever they want to do. The different sites that the kids are involved with during the day is DAISY, the recreation program in East Brunswick for physically and mentally challenged kids. Play Safe and Inner City Camp in New Brunswick. The Jewish Nursing Home, Central New Jersey Jewish Home for the Aged. And the last site is a soup kitchen, Elijah's Promise in New Brunswick in the morning, and then they go to Amandala Crossing, which is a transitional housing shelter for women and children in the afternoon.
Sounds like you keep them pretty busy.
Yeah, we do. The kids get to choose 2 different sites to do 3 weeks each. So they, depending on what their interests are and things like that, they get to choose, and they spend the days there doing whatever necessary. A lot of the camp programs, such as DAISY and Play Safe, they are responsible as a counselor, just like the people that are hired that work at the facilities.
And for those residents of our community that don't know, your organization's been around for about 30 or 35 years?
Yeah, this summer will be its 36th summer running, and it's just truly amazing. We usually have about 25 to 32 teens come and spend their summer, and they do pay for the program, so the parents are paying for them to do community service throughout the summer.
And I do know that the recognition committee was very impressed with the sheer number of hours that the organization has provided in volunteering to the communody. I think, according to the notes, was over 60,000 hours since its inception, and that's really terrific.
It's amazing. These teens, a lot of them do this because it's their passion and they really love helping. And after they go back to their schools and they're telling people about it, people just are overwhelmed with the amount of hours that they put in, the amount of joy that these teens have for doing this. And a lot of them ask us for letters for their community service hours that overfills for their high school requirements. So it's been all the kids that I've ever talked to about this program, they're just it's changed their life.
If someone wants to get involved in the organization, is there contact information you can provide?
Yes. If you go to niftynfty.org/GER, that's our regional website. Also, the New York office is a national office, and everything's on the website, or they can contact the Union for Reform Judaism office.
Again, on behalf of a grateful community, we'd like to thank you for coming here today and sharing it, and also for this great honor.
Thank you very much.
We at the East Brunswick RPAB wish to remind you to stay active and enjoy our great community. There are countless programs and recreational activities to choose from. For more information, you can contact the Township's Recreation Department, consult the Township's website, or recreation booklet. Thank you for watching and enjoy your summer.
At last Monday's Town Council meeting, the Council voted on an ordinance allowing the town to go forward with the Golden Triangle redevelopment project. Here's Council President David Stahl with some comments about the project.
We as a council have the opportunity tonight to move forward with property tax relief here in East Brunswick. If there is alternatives, I've never heard them. If I was not satisfied, and I will tell you that during the course of these negotiations, we continued to talk about other alternatives, and again, the contract was modified time and time again as we looked for solutions. We need to find a way to provide tax relief for everyone who's sitting here and everyone who's listening to me at home. This is what this is about. We're getting $30.4 million that will be returned back in effect to the homeowners to allow them to continue to have their household needs met. We're going to get $5 million for the construction of a community center, which will provide an additional benefit for every resident in this town that they do not receive now. Again, a tremendous positive. We're getting a new parking facility for our commuters that will be up to date, not subjected to the weather. Another positive. We're going to get increased ratables for the future. Again, do we know precisely what the ratables are going to be? No. Do we know that they're going to be, on average, based on what our tax assessors told us, in excess of $2 million more than we're receiving today? Yes. Does that mean it could be 1.9, 2.1? Of course. We haven't seen a final site plan that won't come out for years to come. But I'm really enthusiastic. I mean, I've heard so much negativity over the past meetings on this that I'm excited. I think we're going to do something really great for this town as we move forward. We're going to have a downtown area. People are going to walk. We're going to have new shops. We're going to have a mixed-use village. We're going to have something new, exciting here in East Brunswick. And I think it's a tremendous thing. Again, we're trying to solve a short-term problem and a long-term problem. We're getting short-term tax relief based on the payments that Toll Brothers will be making. We're going to get long-term tax relief based on the increased ratables. Are those increased ratables going to cover every increased tax that may occur in 2009 or 2010? No, I don't think anyone believes that's the case, nor are we, at least I am, looking at this contract as solving all of our problems economically. But this goes a long way to providing that goal. In lieu of that, we are offering the community varied shopping experiences that will come by having small boutique type stores that will attract retailers that, for the lack of updated retail space, have moved to other communities. So I think this is a great way to increase our ratables, provide property tax relief, and keep East Brunswick moving forward as we move into the future. So like I said, I'm very excited about this deal, and I'm looking forward to it.
Later that night, the council decided that the Golden Triangle redevelopment project will move forward. The next town council meeting will be on Monday, June 20th.
Funding into it, and I just think it's such an important thing to remember to stay fit and to stay healthy, and it's a lesson that